You know exactly what you need to do, but somehow you just can't get yourself to do it. Hours pass, days slip away, and that task, it stays untouched. But what if I told you, the problem isn't your motivation. The real problem is your mindset. In the next few minutes, I'll share with you a simple shift, one that can push you into action even when you don't feel like it. Because if you don't change this now, your potential will keep slipping through your fingers. Most people believe success comes when you're motivated. They think they have to feel inspired before they take that first step. But this is a mistake. Success doesn't belong to those who wait for motivation. It belongs to those who act, even when they don't feel like it. The truth is simple. Motivation comes after action, not before. It's not what starts the journey. It's what grows once you begin. Many people wait for the perfect moment. They wait for a burst of energy or inspiration. But that moment often never comes. That waiting is what stops most people from reaching their goals. The people who succeed, they know something different. They know that action comes first. When they take the first step, the path begins to appear. Each action reveals a little more of the way forward. New ideas, new opportunities. These only come to those who move. Think about a young man who dreams of building wealth. He reads, he plans, he prepares, but he never starts. He keeps waiting for confidence to appear. What he doesn't realize is this. Confidence is built by doing. It's not something you have before you start. It's something you earn by starting. History is full of people who acted even when they weren't sure. Thomas Edison didn't wait for inspiration to invent the light bulb. He kept trying, failing, learning, until he succeeded. Henry Ford didn't wait for someone to prove that cars would change the world. He took the risk, and the world followed. These people weren't special because they felt motivated all the time. They succeeded because they acted, even when motivation was nowhere to be found. When you act, you engage with life in a way thinking alone never can. You see what works, what doesn't, and what to try next. Each step forward clears away doubt and replaces it with real knowledge. But if you wait for the perfect feeling or the perfect time, you stay stuck, you overthink, you doubt. When you finally take action, you realize the wall wasn't as high as you thought. That's what fear does. It lies. It convinces you that the challenge is too big, that progress is impossible, but most of the time the only thing holding you back is your own hesitation. Think about Edwin C. Barnes. He had no money, no connections, no clear path forward. But he had one powerful thing, a dream, a burning desire to work with Thomas Edison. Most people would have let fear stop them, but not Barnes. He took action. He boarded a freight train and showed up at Edison's office uninvited. He boldly declared that he wanted to become Edison's partner. Of course, he didn't get that right away. He started at the bottom, but he never let go of his goal. Years later, when an opportunity finally appeared, he was ready. He seized it, and he became a vital part of Edison's business. That's the power of decisive action. Fear loses its grip the moment you move. So how do you overcome fear? Face it. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. The only way to reduce fear is to act. Start small. Break your big goals into tiny steps. And just begin. Each action makes fear smaller. What felt terrifying yesterday will feel manageable tomorrow. Fear only has power if you let it stop you. The biggest enemy of progress isn't failure, it's the refusal to even try. So, ask yourself right now, will fear decide your future? Or will you take that step forward? Because the moment you choose action, your whole life begins to shift. Now let's talk about procrastination. How many times have you told yourself, I'll start tomorrow? But tomorrow turns into next week, next month, next year. Time slips away, and with it your dreams. Let's be honest. The perfect moment you're waiting for, it's not coming, and the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to begin. Procrastination is sneaky. It dresses up as planning, overthinking, perfectionism. You tell yourself you just need more time, but really all you need is to start. One messy action is better than 100 perfect plans. Start now. Even if it's small, even if it's rough, action is what breaks the cycle. Try this. Commit to working on your task for just 5 minutes, not a full hour, just 5 minutes. Often, once you start, you'll keep going. That's the power of momentum. It turns resistance into progress. Discipline is your best tool. Because distractions are everywhere, social media, notifications, endless entertainment. If you don't manage your environment will manage you. Set boundaries. Because the difference between success and failure isn't talent. It's the decision to act, even when conditions aren't perfect. Time is your most valuable asset. Don't waste it waiting. Your future is being shaped right now by your choices. Will you keep delaying, or will you take control today? Now, let's talk about something deeper. Self-discipline. Discipline isn't about punishment. It's about power. It's about training yourself to win. Every time you follow through, you build trust in yourself, and that trust creates confidence. Confidence creates momentum, and momentum leads to success. The key is this. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. The first time you step into discomfort, your mind will scream at you. It will try to drag you back to comfort, to safety. But if you push through, something amazing happens. You change. You begin to rewire your mind. You stop running from challenge and start welcoming it. That's how you grow. Over time, what once felt impossible becomes your new normal. You get stronger. You get tougher. You stop negotiating with your feelings. You don't wait for motivation. You don't look for perfect timing. You just do the work. When the alarm rings, you get up. When the task is tough, you face it. When you want to quit, you keep going. Because success isn't built on how you feel, it's built on what you do consistently. Motivation fades, but discipline stays. That's why successful people aren't the ones who always feel inspired. They're the ones who act, no matter how they feel. So the next time you feel tired, unmotivated, or afraid, don't wait. Start. The strength you want, the confidence you dream of, the life you hope to live, all of it begins with one simple choice. Take action. Now. A day, a week, even a month. Anyone can stay committed for a little while. But what happens when the excitement fades, when that fresh, new energy wears off? That's where discipline steps in. It's not about big, flashy efforts. It's not about those rare moments of motivation. It's about showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. Because consistency, that's the foundation of all greatness. The people who achieve their dreams, they're not always the most talented. They're not always the most gifted. They're the ones who simply refuse to quit. They keep going when progress is slow. They keep going when they're tired. They keep going when nobody's watching. There are no limits to what you can achieve. The greatest rewards don't come to those who start strong. They come to those who keep going, long after the excitement is gone. Anyone can start something. Few finish. Many begin with enthusiasm only to quit when the road gets tough. But real discipline, that's about endurance. It's about sticking with it when you feel like quitting. It's about showing up when progress feels invisible. That's when breakthroughs happen. Discipline is the bridge between your goals and your achievements. Without it, your dreams stay dreams. But with it, anything is possible. Discipline isn't punishment. It's power. It's self-respect. It's the greatest form of self-love. And it's the key to unlocking the best version of you. Train yourself to win, and nothing will be out of reach. Now let's talk about pain. Pain is powerful. It can break you, or it can build you. The choice is yours. When life hits hard, you have two options. Let it crush you, or let it strengthen you. Pain is a part of life, but growth, that's optional. The way you respond to struggle shapes your future. You can let setbacks make you bitter, or you can use them to make you better. Every person who's ever succeeded has faced rejection, failure, and loss. Nobody reaches the top without scars. The difference is, they didn't let pain stop them. They let it fuel them. Pain became their fire. It sharpened their mind. It strengthened their spirit. It made them unbreakable. When others fell apart, they rose. The next time you get knocked down, get back up. Don't let it end you. Let it mold you into someone stronger, smarter, and tougher. Pain forces growth. It stretches you. It breaks comfort. And that's where real transformation happens. Struggle teaches you what ease never could. It carves wisdom into your soul. Discomfort, that's where change is born. When you feel pain, you're in transition. You're evolving, and in that moment, you have a choice. Will you let pain stop you, or will you let it push you to become unstoppable? Most people run from pain. The wise, they embrace it. Because pain becomes your greatest ally when you let it drive you forward. When you finally stop running from hard times and decide to face them head on, you unlock a power that few ever find. That's how you become unshakable. That's how you build a life where challenges no longer scare you. Because you know you can handle whatever comes your way. Pain isn't here to destroy you. It's here to shape you, to push you, to mold you into someone stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever before. Most people see pain as something to avoid, but the truth is, pain is a teacher. And often it teaches the most important lessons of all. Every time you feel pain, remind yourself, this is part of the process. This is how growth happens. Nobody grows when everything is easy. Nobody gets stronger when life is comfortable. The strongest, most successful people in history, they didn't become that way because life was kind to them. They became that way because they faced hard times, and they refused to let those moments break them. Think about it. The people who inspire us the most are the ones who turned their pain into power. They faced rejection, and they didn't give up. They suffered loss, and it gave them purpose. They failed, and those failures became stepping stones to success. Pain didn't stop them, it fueled them. It lit a fire inside them that nothing could put out. And that same fire is inside you too, but you have to choose to use it. When life knocks you down, and it will, don't stay down. Get up. Stand taller than before. Let the pain remind you that you are alive, that you are capable, that you are stronger than you think. Let it fuel your determination. Let it sharpen your mind and strengthen your spirit. Pain is the start of something greater. When you stop seeing it as the enemy, you stop fearing it. And when you stop fearing it, you start growing in ways you never thought possible. Every time you face a setback, remember, this is where transformation happens. This is where I rise. This is how I become the person I was always meant to be. Life will test you. It will throw obstacles in your path. You'll have moments where you feel like giving up. But in those moments, remind yourself, pain is not here to defeat me. It is here to build me. It is here to turn me into someone unstoppable. When the storm comes, and it will, don't hide. Don't retreat. Stand tall. Face it. Use it. Let it drive you forward. Because in the end, pain isn't your enemy. It's your greatest teacher. And once you've learned to face pain, without goals, you're like a ship lost at sea. No matter how hard you work, no matter how far you travel, you'll never reach a destination because you don't even know where you're going. Goals give you that destination. They give you purpose. They give you clarity. But not just any goals. Saying, I want to be successful or I want to be happy isn't enough. That's too vague. You need to get specific. What exactly do you want? By when? How will you know when you've achieved it? The more detailed your goal, the clearer the path will be. Break it down. A huge goal can feel overwhelming, but when you break it into small daily actions, suddenly it feels possible. Suddenly you can see the way forward. And every small action builds momentum. Every step makes the next one easier. But remember this, goals mean nothing without action. A goal that sits in your mind or on a piece of paper is just a wish. It's action that turns wishes into reality. Don't wait for the perfect time. It doesn't exist. Take action today. Even the smallest step counts. Even the tiniest progress matters. The people who succeed aren't always the smartest. They aren't always the most talented. They're the ones who refuse to give up. They're the ones who keep going even when progress is slow, even when nobody's watching, even when it's hard. Write your goals down. This makes them real. It's not just a thought anymore. It's a promise to yourself. And studies show you're far more likely to succeed when you do this. Break those goals into monthly, weekly, and daily tasks. Every day, take one small step. That's how you build the life you want. Not in giant leaps, but in small, consistent efforts. Don't aim for perfection. Perfection is the enemy of progress. You'll make mistakes. That's okay. The people who win aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who never stop. They learn. They adjust. They keep moving forward. And finally, know this. Every great achievement starts with action, not with waiting, not with planning forever, not with wishing, but with doing. The world belongs to those who act. The ones who take the first step, no matter how small, the ones who don't let fear stop them, the ones who use their pain as fuel, the ones who set a goal, make a plan, and work on it every single day. So stop waiting, stop hesitating. The time is now. The power is in your hands. Take the first step, move forward, build the life you dream of. That's why a growth mindset is so important. People with a growth mindset don't see their abilities as fixed. They know they can always improve, always learn, always get better. They don't run from hard things, they embrace them, because they know that every struggle makes them stronger. To build this mindset, feed your brain the right things. Just like your body needs good food, your mind needs good thoughts. Be around people who lift you up. Read books that inspire you. Watch and listen to things that make you want to grow. Cut out negativity. Stay away from people who pull you down. Stay away from ideas that make you doubt yourself. Success isn't just about talent. A lot of talented people fail because they don't have the mindset to keep going. The ones who win are the ones who don't quit. No matter how many times they fall, they get back up. That's what makes the difference. When you build a mind that doesn't give up, nothing can stop you. Challenges will come, but they won't defeat you. Failures will happen, but they won't define you. Doubts will creep in, but they won't control you, because your mind will be too strong for that. Mindset is everything. Protect it, strengthen it, train it, and you'll see your whole life change in ways you never imagined. Another key is choosing the right people to have around you. You become like the people you spend the most time with. It's a simple truth, but it has a massive impact on your life. If you surround yourself with people who are lazy, negative, or always making excuses, you'll start doing the same. But if you spend time with people who are driven, positive, and focused on growth, you'll rise to their level. The people you choose to be around shape how you think, how you act, and how far you'll go. Winners lift each other up. They push each other to do better. They encourage each other to stay focused. So choose your circle carefully. Spend your time with people who want to see you win and who are winning themselves. The path to success is not easy, but it's simple. Take action. Hold yourself accountable. Build a strong mind. Surround yourself with winners, and no matter what happens, don't stop. That's how you win. Failure is something we all face, but how we look at it makes all the difference. Instead of seeing failure as the end, we should see it as a chance to get better. Every mistake we make teaches us something. It shows us where we can improve our skills, how we can change our plan, and even helps us understand how we think and feel about challenges. When we learn from failure and adjust what we're doing, we set ourselves up for success in the future. The key is to change how we see failure. When we view it as a normal and necessary part of moving forward, It stops being something that scares us. Instead of letting failure stop us, we can use it as fuel to keep going. The faster we fail, the faster we learn, and the faster we get better. Making progress takes persistence. And persistence means having the courage to fail and still keep going. If you look back at history, you'll see story after story of people who failed many times before they finally succeeded. Take Thomas Edison. He failed thousands of times before he created a working light bulb, but he didn't see it as failure. He said he had simply found thousands of ways that didn't work. So, if some of the most successful people in history failed over and over, why should we be afraid to fail? The truth is, the people who achieve great things are usually the ones who are willing to fail, learn, and try again. Success doesn't happen in a straight line. The path is full of ups and downs, good days and bad days. What really matters is how we respond to those hard moments. Do we give up? Or do we find a way to adjust and keep moving forward? Success isn't about never failing. It's about never giving up. The people who succeed aren't always the most talented or the luckiest. They're the ones who don't let failure stop them. They use it as a teacher. So keep going. Learn from your mistakes. Every failure brings you one step closer to your goal. It makes you stronger, smarter, and more determined. The only true failure is giving up. Everything else is part of the journey. Right now, you have a choice. You can keep waiting, hesitating, and making excuses, or you can decide that today is the day you change your life. The day you stop just thinking about what you want and start doing something about it. No more waiting, no more putting things off. It's time for action. Because success doesn't come from wishing or hoping, it comes from doing. Your dreams will always stay dreams unless you put in the work to make them real. Too many people spend their lives waiting for the perfect time to start. They wait for the perfect opportunity, for the perfect conditions, or for decide today that you're done waiting, that you're done doubting yourself, that you're done holding back. The perfect moment isn't coming. It doesn't exist. The people who succeed aren't the ones who waited for everything to be perfect. They're the ones who took action even when they were scared, even when they weren't sure, even when things weren't ideal. If you want to take control of your life, start now. Every successful person made a decision to begin. They didn't wait to feel confident. They built confidence through action. Confidence doesn't come first. Action comes first. And action creates confidence. Action creates momentum. And momentum is what keeps you moving forward. So start. Even if it's a small step, start. Even if it's messy or imperfect. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes. Waiting doesn't just slow you down, it robs you of your potential. Every day you wait is a day you could have been moving closer to your goals. Don't let hesitation steal your future. Push yourself to act. Push past the doubts and the fears. Yes, fear will always be there. But fear loses its power when you take action anyway. Remind yourself that you're stronger than you think. You have the ability to change your life. You have the power to create the future you want. But it all begins with one thing: action. Make the decision today that you won't be stopped. Decide that you'll keep showing up for yourself every single day, whether you feel like it or not. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline, doing what needs to be done, no matter what, that's what builds success. Success isn't about bursts of excitement. It's about showing up day after day. The choices you make today will shape your tomorrow. There's no magic formula. There's no shortcut. There's only action, persistence, and determination. So stop waiting, stop making excuses, and just start. Because your time is now.